Life is Strange is officially back and Max and Chloe's story is over. I have never made a game review, but I really wanted to do it with Life is Strange Reunion because of how much this franchise means to me. I played Life is Strange for the first time in 2016, and not only did it highly increase my gaming standards in terms of emotions, visuals, and writing, it also allowed me to personally explore and process themes like sexuality, mental health, morality, and friendship. As much as I also love the other games, especially Life is Strange 2 and Before the Storm, I really want to just focus on Reunion for this spoiler-free review.
For the mosh pit, Shaka Bra.
Reunion was such a refreshing and fun game to play. When it was announced that Chloe would be back for this game, the last game starring Max and Chloe, I was so excited and really couldn't wait to play it, but then I started having doubts of whether or not I should really play it, because I didn't know if I could trust the writers with such an important game for Life is Strange. I mean, we saw what happened with Double Exposure and how they handled Max coming back. The stakes were so high for Reunion because they were ending what started this incredible franchise.
Yep, I'm fucking insane in the brain. Let's dance! Shake that bony white ass. Or take my picture with your new camera.
But as I got to see more game previews, I really started thinking, this looked pretty fun. And I got really excited again. I have to say, I did not regret it at all. If anything, I was super happily surprised.
You're the worst.
I think the improvement in this game went light years away from Double Exposure. Seeing Max being back without Chloe was one of the first and major problems that fans realized with Double Exposure. And the issue that followed was that Max's power was not jumping into photos anymore, but switching timelines. Which brings me to my main point. Double Exposure felt like the writers just threw in all of these new settings, characters, and sci-fi and storylines that had no real reason to be cared for. Like, why would Max and Chloe break up after what happened in Arcadia Bay? Why does Max get to switch and merge timelines? Why should we care about all these subplots with characters we are not familiar with and the writers clearly made no effort to make us really empathize with? These are all problems I think Life is Strange Reunion solves masterfully, and surprisingly with much less time than what they had for Double Exposure. And obviously, Chloe being there changes everything. The mood, the game dynamics, and even the characters' relationships. Getting to play as both Max and Chloe really allows you to have fun with both characters, but most importantly, to understand them. To answer all or pretty much most of the questions that were left unanswered in Double Exposure. Like why would they break up, or what happened in Arcadia Bay. Since Double Exposure, I really thought handling and respecting both endings from the first game would be pretty hard, but I have to say that they handled it pretty damn well in Reunion, unlike Double Exposure. The moments these two share in Reunion are so heartwarming. Even if you choose to shape their relationship as just a friendship, you can really feel the shift in both characters. And it just feels like they brought back the feeling of genuine connection these two had in the first game, and even in Before the Storm. All of these applies to all relationships in this game, to be honest. Moses, for example, is a great character, and he was his Double Exposure, but details like the group chat and the SMS conversation felt so relatable, and it's so subtle that I just can't not mention it. This game made me laugh so much by using interactions like these, and it's just super refreshing to feel.
I was eating those beans!
Safi, Vin, and Yasmin had an insane character development too. They felt so much more grounded and well written against Double Exposure. You care for them, and although they're still kind of unlikable, at least for me, it feels intentional and it feels well thought of. There's a reason they're unlikable, and it will be reflected in your choices and their consequences, which is essential for a Life is Strange game, by the way. Even Lucas felt more human and real than whatever pretentious disposable garbage they made of him in Double Exposure.
Fucking figures.
Hold on.
By the way, huge shout out to my man Reggie. I love this character so much. He was so sweet and relatable. I love you, Reggie. This brings me to the lore of the game, and here's also where I would like to remind you that this is a spoiler-free review. I think the lore was the best and strongest part of this game. Although many people would say the game is successful only because of Chloe, I genuinely question if we even played the same game, or if they even played the game at all. Because the fire in Caladan is simply the key that opens the door to so many secrets that were pretty vaguely mentioned in Double Exposure, but that are so freaking interesting and fun in Reunion. I was on the edge of my seat uncovering the lore in this game, and I am so happy that they kept the emotion going from beginning to end. Now this brings me to my main critique. I really felt like the game fell incredibly short in terms of difficulty. The missions were really easy, and it's really no wonder the game's playtime is around 9 to 10 hours on average, unlike the first game, which is around 14 to 15 hours. I mean, the difference is wild. The missions did not take long at all. I really think I failed maybe twice in the whole game, and we all know how hard missions can get in the first Life is Strange games. I really think the missions could have been much more challenging and hard, but even so, they were still so fun to complete. I just adored this game. It was not just nostalgia baiting, it was rightfully continuing the story that we all love and adore, and it was also fixing the story that was supposed to do that but catastrophically failed, which is Double Exposure in my opinion. Finishing the Max and Chloe story felt incredibly bittersweet. I literally bawled in the end because of the realization that this is the end, but I could not be happier with the way that they ended it. And like every other Life is Strange game, the moral dilemmas and the storyline in general did give me personal lessons about love, power dynamics, and poisonous secrets. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're continuing the story with Diamond, another Double Exposure character that gets a brief mention in the reunion ending, but who knows. I hope Square Enix and Don't Nod keep up these changes, because they're not for just Max and Chloe, they're good for every Life is Strange game. I'm also pretty excited about the new series adaptations, but god, I'm just so tired of everything getting remakes and adaptations, but if anything deserves that is Life is Strange. If you're still playing Reunion, or if you have finished it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I think I want to play this game again with more scenarios and explore different endings, so let me know if you have any tips or suggestions for more achievements or extra dialogues. So yeah, this was all for this review, and thanks for watching. Bye bye, sucker bra.